P and Q can fill a tank in 9 and 12 hours respectively. Pipe R can empty the tank at the rate of 9 liters per minute. So earlier two values are about time and this is about quantity of water. If all pipes are open at the same time, then the tank is filled in 6 hours. Find the capacity of the tank. So we know liters information and pipe R can empty 6 liters a minute. So if you know the time taken by R to empty the tank, we can identify the answer. Yes? So now P, Q, R. P can fill the tank in 9, 12, 6, LCM 36, 4 units, 3 units, right. 6 units is work done by P, Q, R, where P and Q alone does 7 units. When R is joined, 1 unit is getting reduced. That means R is going to empty 1 unit per hour, correct? Then time to empty the tank is 36 by 1 only. How much is this time? 36 hours or minutes. And to convert into minutes, into 60. And per minute, how many liters will it empty? So into 9. This is the capacity of the tank. Agreed? Let's verify last digit verification. How many zeros will come? 1 0. 6 into 6 ends with 6 nines. Answer should end with. How many options are there? Only one. Third option final. Understood? Srikanth bought 2 articles P and Q together at 8,000. He sold article P at 15% loss and article Q at 20% profit. If he sold both the articles together at 7,885, what is the cost price of Q? Right. What is 8,000 called in terms of words? Total cost price. What is 7,885? Total selling price. Correct? Right. Equation, that is what one way you can do, which is 100% of X plus 100% of Y. Both cost prices, which is 8,000. First is sold at 15% loss. Selling price 85% of X. The other is sold at 20% profit. 120% of Y is equal to 7,885. Solve and get the value of X comma Y, whichever you want. This is one way, but this is ruled out. If you use it, you'll definitely get the answer, but takes time. So what I would recommend for this question is reverse method. What do you want to calculate? Cost price of which article? Let's assume Q is not there. This total cost price belongs to P. P was sold at 15% loss. How much loss would be there? 1,200 loss. 15% ante kada mee bonda. How much loss? 1,200. Then what is selling price? 6,000. 6,800 is selling price which we got. But how much is given in question? How much less we got? How much less we got? 1,000. What is the reason for getting 1,085 less? Q was actually sold at 20% profit, but now that was converted to 15% loss. Oh, na. So 15% loss to 20% profit. What is the gap? 35% reduction is there, and that 35% value is 1,085. 1% value by 35. Actual value 100% into 100. 35 3 times 105. 35 once 3,100. Final answer. Understood? Reverse method is the beautiful method for this question. Done? 10 men do work in 120 days. All men work together. All men meaning 10 men. 10 men started working together for how many days? 30 days. So remaining how many more days they need to work? Come on. How many men? 10 men need to work for 90 more days to complete the remaining work. Correct? Now what happened then? Z men joined with them to finish the remaining work in the same work is done by Z more men, correct? Z more men. Already how many are there? Plus, and these people are working for how many days? 36 days. Is it correct? 18. 5 times. 18. 2. 10 plus Z is equal to 5 into 5. Z is equal to, come on, done. The length and breadth of the rectangle are in the ratio 7:6 respectively, and its perimeter is 156 centimeters. Find the difference between area of the rectangle and area of the circle having the radius of 28 centimeters. Okay. Now the question is about difference between rectangle area and circle area. You know that radius of a circle is always 7 multiple, and that value is 7 multiple only. When you calculate area of the circle, pi r square, you know that r is 7 multiple, right? R square is there. So pi r square is going to be which multiple? Come on. Which multiple? 7 multiple. 49 kadamma. Pi lo 22/7 undi kada. ఈ 7 ఇందులో r లో ఉన్న 7 తో క్యాన్సిల్ అవుతుంది కదా. ఎక్స్ట్రాగా ఇంకొక r ఉంది కాబట్టి అది ఏమవ్వాలి? So usually when you talk about area of the circle, in general what do you say? It is a 11 multiple, not 7. In general, because of pi. When pi is involved in any of your formula, answer is going to be a multiple of 11. But here pi r square, r is a 7 multiple. So when you calculate pi r square, answer is going to be a multiple of 7 also, correct? And now area of the rectangle, length into breadth only. If you observe length and breadth, one of the value is already 7 multiple. So area of the rectangle is 7 multiple. Area of the circle is also 7 multiple. Sum or difference, whatever you take, is going to be 7 multiple. But you have 3 distinct numbers. Verifying 7 multiple for 3 distinct number is not so simple. I'm not saying tough. Is not so simple. Ardhamotunda? If options are like 600, 700, 800, 900, 1000, easy. But they are non-round figures. Seriously, చూస్తారు ఎందుకు నన్ను? Non-round figures easy na. So we have to calculate this. అర్థమైందా? Right. Perimeter is 156. 2 times of L plus B is 156. L plus B. L plus B in terms of parts. Then one part value is equal to 78 divided by 13, which is equal to, that means length is equal to 42. Breadth is equal to 36. Area is equal to product of these two numbers. We will consider it later. Okay now? Now, circle area, pi r square, 22/7 into r square, 28 into 28. 7 how many times? 4 times. Yes? So, this is one value, and from this we have to subtract 42 into 36, which is area of the rectangle. Yes? And you know that both are 7 multiples, kada? Can I take 7 common? Yes. Yes. Now, this is 4 multiple. Here also you have 4 multiple. You can take even 4 also common. Now, what is left? 22 into 4 minus 6 into 9. 7 taken common from 42. 4 taken common from 36. Leftover values are 6 and 9. Concentrate on numbers inside bracket. How much is it? How much is it? 88 minus 54. 30. So 7 fours into 30. Answer ends with, how many options are there? Oh, naina. Chala uniga. How many are there? 4 are there. Avuna? Right. So now, can I write this number as 31 minus 3? Can I write this number as 31 plus 3? A plus B into A minus B. A square minus B square format. 31 square. 961 minus 3 square. Answer 900 something. How many options are there? Only one. 952 final. Got it? Approximations. 197 plus 103. Chapali. 300% of 45. 3 times of 45 only. Which is 135 minus 64. Which is equal to, let me calculate, this is 71. Correct? Minus 30 comes to left hand side. And it becomes plus 30. Correct? Which is equal to approximately 100. 100 is equal to 4x. X is equal to 100 by 4, which is 25. This was completed yesterday actually. Same question. మనకు అర్థం కాదు కదా. ఇంకొక 5 నిమిషాల తర్వాత ఇదే క్వశ్చన్ ఇచ్చినా కానీ మళ్ళీ కొత్తగా ఫీల్ అవుతాం మనం. ఈ దుంపలుగా ఎట్లా ఇట్లా అయితే. రైట్, కమాన్. ఇది ఒకటి. Right, 4% of 540, 1% double. Otherwise, leave it like this. In both left hand side, numerator and denominator, we have percentage common kada. Right, leave it. X into 480 divided by 4 into 540 is equal to 0 gets cancelled. 12 times 6. 2 times, 9 times, 28 times. X is equal to 28, 9 times only. 10 times minus 1 time, 252. Approximate 250. Okay, na? 125 divided by 24. Approximate 5. Enta? 5 plus 49. 50. Minus 20% of 120. 20% of 120. 10% and double kada. 120, 10%, 12, double. Answer. Approximate. 40% of 200. 80. 50 plus 80. 130 minus 30. Which square is 100? 20% of 500. 100. 25% of 120. Answer. Right, the total weight of P number of students is 450 kgs, and when 6 students are added to total weight is increased by 60%. Total weight increased by 60%. Antena? What was total weight? And it got increased by 60%, right? 6 into 10% value, which is 45. Whatever is the increase in weight, that is weight of how many students? 6 students. Is it clear? Right. So when you calculate this, you'll get some number, and that is total weight of, and the average weight of P number of students and P plus 6 students are equal. So initial average and second case average both are equal. Antena? Now 6 times of 45, what is this called? Words. Total weight of 6 students, correct? And to calculate average, this must be divided by number of students 6 only. How much is it? That means initial average is also 45. Initial, what is the sum of total students? How many number of students are there? P. Then P number of students is equal to total weight divided by average, which is 10 only. Now the question is, find the value of P plus 5. 15, fourth option, final. Done. Sivaram invested a certain amount in simple interest at 25% per annum for 4 years and obtained an interest of 2000. Hold. Simple interest only. 25% per annum for 4 years. How much interest do we get? So 100% is interest, which is 2000. That means principal is also 2000. How much amount do we get from that? 4000. He invested the total amount obtained in simple interest. How much we got from simple interest? 4000 amount. That is invested now in a new scheme in compound interest for 3 years at the rate of 30% per annum. At the rate of 30% per annum, if I have to return it after 1 year, how much percentage should I return? మీ దగ్గర 100 తీసుకున్నా 30% ఇంట్రెస్ట్ వేసి మళ్ళీ రిటర్న్ ఇవ్వాలి. ఎంత ఇవ్వాలి? అదే ఇంగ్లీష్లో అడిగా. మై డియర్ ఇంగ్లీష్ మీడియం గ్రాడ్యుయేట్స్, హౌ మచ్ డూ ఐ నీడ్ టు రిటర్న్ ఆఫ్టర్ 1 year? So 130, I will adjust zeros anytime. So out of 130, I will treat it as only 13. And this is for how many years we have to calculate? 3 years, in the sense we will calculate cube, right? What is 13 cube? 2197. It should be a 3-digit number because principal is 100%, which is a 3-digit number. Amount also should be a 3-digit number. So I'll make it as 219.7%. This is amount received after 3 years. But here they are talking about find the compound interest obtained by Shivaram. Compound interest. If amount is 2197, how much interest do we get? 119.7. Percentage symbol I will delete and write 100. Is that okay? So this much percentage should be calculated on which number? Come on. Into 4000. Is it clear? Right. 2 zeros gets cancelled. One more zero and you can cancel this decimal also. So answer is, in your answer, do you get integer or a decimal? And ends with? How many options are there? Come on. How many are there? Yes, 2 options are there. Ante kada? Yes? Matladru. Right, do you observe anything else here? Amma? 9 multiple. Because 1197 is a 9 multiple, answer should be, so third option is a 9 multiple. Matladru. Fifth option is also 9 multiple. We cannot eliminate. Observe this. What is the other number you have? Into 4. So answer should be 4 multiple also. Observe last 2 digits in third option. 58. Is it a 4 multiple? Can this be your answer? Fifth option, final answer. If you have patience to wait for 1 more year, you can directly multiply 1197 with 4. అర్థమైందా? 1 year వెయిట్ చేయాలి కదా. దేనికి? మళ్ళీ అదే ఎగ్జామ్ మళ్ళీ ఇంకోసారి రాయాలంటే ఇంకో 1 year పట్టుద్ది. దానికి టైం ఉంది అని అనుకుంటే మల్టిప్లై చేసేయండి. The ratio of monthly savings of Sai to Vishnu is 2:5. The ratio of increased savings of Sai to Vishnu is 3:4. That means their savings got increased and new values are in the ratio 3:4. The difference between increased savings and original savings of Sai and Vishnu is 5000 and 2000 respectively. Find the original monthly savings of, come on, what is 5000? Difference between Sai savings only. What is 2000? Difference between Vishnu savings, correct? In which case they are getting more savings? First case or the second? Second case kada. Increased savings are in second part. Yes. Now when you have 2 different ratios, one is multiplied with x, the other should be multiplied with y. So savings difference for Sai, tell me. 3y minus 2x. For Vishnu, 4y minus 5x. Now do you want to calculate initial savings or increased savings? That means we need x value. meaning we need to eliminate y value. I'll multiply first equation with 4, second equation with 3. Is that okay? Right. So y definitely gets cancelled. How much is here? Minus 8x. How much is here? So we have to subtract the second equation only. Then you will get 7x. Antena? Antena? Right. How much is it? 20,000. Difference. That means 7x is equal to 14,000. Now your question is about original monthly savings of Sai. How much is it? 2x. 7 how many times? 2 times. 2 times 1,000. Which option? Which option? None of these. 0 has importance. It is not third option. In third option you have 40,000. Okay, na? The sum of distance traveled by the boat, both upstream and downstream, is 1080. The boat covers downstream and upstream distances in 25 hours and 35 hours respectively. If the speed of the current is 6 km per hour, then find the speed of the boat in still water. Okay, right. Now, what is 1080? Total distance covered in downstream, and how much is covered in downstream? Don't know. They did not said equal distances covered in downstream and upstream. So how much distance covered in downstream? We don't know. How much is covered in upstream? We don't know. But total is 1080. Is it clear? Right. Now what exactly is the question? Speed of the boat in still water. Let it be m. What is stream speed? Now can you tell me downstream speed? M plus 6. Upstream speed? Downstream speed is m plus 6. How much time spent in downstream? Then distance covered in downstream is equal to downstream speed multiplied by time 25 hours. Upstream speed is m minus 6 and time covered. This is distance covered in upstream and the total distance is 1080. Okay, 1080. 35m, 25m total. Matladru. Sum kada, difference kadu. Sum. How much is that? 6 times of 25, positive number, minus 6 times of 35, negative number. Which is more, positive or negative? Both are 6 multiples only. How much is different? 10 times only. 6 tens. Negative side is in left hand side, correct? If it goes to right hand side, plus 60 only. 1080 plus 60. 1140. 0 gets cancelled. 6 once, 9 times. M is equal to 19. Are you done? Right, when you see these numbers, did you observe something? At least you should get idea when you see second equation. You can take 111 common and go for cancellation, correct? Now tell me the first equation. 9x plus 8y is equal to 12. Next, 8x plus 9y is equal to, let's get one value, x or y, it's up to you. Let me first multiply first equation with x and next equation with 9. X gets cancelled. Antena 8 8s, 9 9s, difference 81 64 difference. 17 plus or minus? Minus 17y is equal to. We are subtracting the second equation. Yes or no? How much is this? 90. How much is it? Difference. 96 45. 50. Positive or negative? Positive or negative? Positive. How much is y value then? Minus. If y is negative, this is a negative number, right? Come on. If negative number goes to right hand side from left hand side, what will it become? So 9x value is going to be positive or negative? Then x is equal to positive. Yes or no? That is sufficient for us. Because y is negative, x is positive, I can directly say x is greater than y irrespective of numbers. అర్థమైందా? నంబర్ అవసరమా మనకి? No. Let's take y to the power of 4 by 7 common in left hand side denominator and take it to right hand side. Is that okay? Already right hand side we have y to the power of 10 by 7 multiplied with y power 4 by 7. It becomes y power 14 by 7, which is, that means y square value we are getting. Antena? Right. How much is that? 48 minus 12. Enta? 30. From this, y is equal to plus or minus 6. Correct? Right hand side, second equation, right hand side, under root of 144, 12 minus, how much? Squaring on both sides. X plus 18 is equal to only positive or positive negative? Only positive. Then x is equal to, answer, x is greater than y. Be careful, in first equation we have value about y. Second equation, x. Two x square minus x square. You need to rewrite the equation. That's what required. Minus of minus, 19x minus 11x. Positive 8x. Minus of minus, plus 7 plus 5. 12 is equal to 0. This is one equation that we got. Antena? Antena? Right. Now let's take minus y square. Antena? Plus 6 is equal to, can I also rewrite it as y square minus y minus 6 is equal to 0? Right. Now tell me. 4 comma 2 comma 6 comma 2. Combination 6 comma 2. Factors are minus 2. Product is negative and sum is also negative. One number must be a negative number. 6 can be written as 3 2 times, right? Minus 3 plus 2 is the combination. Avuna? Minus 3 plus 2. Then factors are plus 3 minus 2. X is less than or equal to y. Yes. A into B is equal to 0. A can be 0 or B can be 0. Anything can be 0. Avuna? Now, in that way, if you take it, this value is equal to 0. Matladali. Then x is equal to minus 165 divided by 225. Correct? If this value is equal to 0, x is equal to positive number 60 by 225. Correct? Y is equal to, come on, this may be 0 or this may be 0. Y is equal to 154 by 210, 165 by 210. Correct? If you take this number for x, which is a negative number, y values both are positive numbers. So one equation is x is less than y. Avuna? Avuna? Right. Now, by observing these two numbers, denominators are almost close numbers. I am not saying exactly equal, but they are close. Denominators, avuna? Right? They are close numbers. But when you observe your numerators, which numerator is 2 less? X or y? X. Then the x must be definitely less than y. Same equation we are getting. Matladru. Now, if you observe this one, denominators are almost close. I'm not saying equal, they are close. But when you observe your numerator, x numerator is far less than y numerator. అవునా? సరే, ఓకే. ఇప్పుడు ఈ 210ని 225 చేయాలి అని అనుకుందాం. ఇఫ్ ఐ వాంట్ టు మేక్ ద డినామినేటర్ 210 to 225, I need to increase it by 10%, 12%, 11, 1 by 9%, some number. We are increasing the denominator, correct? Should I increase the numerator or decrease the numerator? I have to increase it. అవునా కదా? డినామినేటర్ని పెంచినప్పుడు వాల్యూ మారకూడదంటే న్యూమరేటర్ని కూడా పెంచాల్సిందే కదా. సో దిస్ వాల్యూ ఈజ్ గోయింగ్ టు బి మోర్ దెన్ 165. Now if you observe, which is more, x more or y more? Y more. So what is your final answer? X less than y. You don't have to go for exact answer. Ardaita. Come on. What is 80 square? 6000. This number is little bit more than that and ending with which square ends with 1? Either 1 or 9. So it has to be either 81 or 89. 89 is close to, what is 90 square? Is that close to 8100? So can that be 89? Eliminate. X is equal to plus or minus. This is very important. Because exponent is even, square kada. Right. Now, I want to make left hand side denominators equal. So 4 I want to write it as 4 root y by 16. Yes. 4 root y by 16 plus root y. That means 5 root y by 16 is equal to 25 by 5. How many times? Then when you go for cross multiplication, what value do you get for y? 16 5s. Come on. 80 lies in between these two numbers only. In between. In between. No relation. A train crosses a 600 meters long platform in 180 seconds and also crosses a man running in opposite direction at the speed of 42 km per hour in 45 seconds. What is the speed of the train? Okay. First case, it crosses a platform. Distance covered is train length plus platform length. Do you know train length? No. Platform length? Yes. In second case, it crosses a man. When it crosses a man, distance covered is, and that is what we want, right? Train length, speed into time. Now, in second case, both train and person, both are moving in opposite. So, you should go for relative speed. S1 plus S2. We don't know train speed, let it be S. Man speed, both are in kilometer per hour. Even in your answer also, options are in kilometer per hour, correct? Now, but the time in second case and time in first case, both mentioned in seconds. So we have to convert kilometer per hour to meter per second into 5 by 18. Correct? Now this is relative speed in meter per second multiplied by time 45. If you calculate this, you'll get something. And what is that equals to? Train length. And in first case, it crosses a platform of length 600 meters. To this, if you add 600, that is equal to total distance covered in first case. Distance is equal to speed into time. In first case, when it crosses a platform, how many speeds are involved? Only one. How much is that? Yes, kilometer per hour converted to meter per second, 5 by 18. This is speed in meter per second. Multiplied by time in first case. 1, 18, 10 times. 9, 2 times. 5 times. If you take 2 common, అర్థమవుతుందా? If you take 2 common here, in place of 600, what do you get? 2 కామన్ న్యూమరేటర్లో ఉందా డినామినేటర్లో ఉందా? మీ పాడు మిమ్మల్ని తగలయ్యా. ఆ 2 న్యూమరేటర్లోదా డినామినేటర్లోదా? ఆ 2 కామన్ తీస్తే 600 1200 అవుద్దా 300 అవుద్దా? ప్లస్ 1200 and that 2 goes to right hand side, right? How much it becomes? మాట్లాడరు. 100, yes. And then you have this value here. అవునా? అవునా? Now out of this variable I will take it to right hand side, but number I will keep it in left hand side itself. Okay na? Variable 5 5s 25 into s. 25s to goes to right hand side, it becomes minus 25s. Is that okay? Number 25 times of 40, right? So 42 into, I'll write it as 100 by 4. 4 how many times? 10.5. 1 కాదు మీ బొంద తుతు అంటా ఉంటారు మీరు. 10.5 into 100. How much is that? 1050 plus 1200. 2250 is equal to, then S is equal to 2250 by 75. How many times is 225? 3 times. పక్కన అయిపోయింది. Over. Shall I go to next question? A vessel contains the mixture of milk and water in the ratio 4:3. If 21 liters of mixture is taken out and then 6 liters of water is added to the remaining mixture, now the ratio of milk and water becomes 2:3. Find the initial quantity of the mixture. Right. Now look at your final question. What is that? Initial quantity. Initial quantity has milk and water, right? What is your question about? Is it about mixture or only milk or only water? If it is about mixture, how many parts do we have? If it is milk, water, mixture, should be 7 multiple, right? Can it? Amma? Okay, right. Anyway, 21 liters of mixture is taken out, correct? See, when you are taking out 21 liters from a container, initially it should have more than 21 liters container. Then only you can take out 21 liters. Answer must be more than 21. How many eliminated? 2 eliminated. Got it? 21 liters quantity is taken out. Okay, fine. Then what happened? 6 liters of water is added. Avuna? What is final effect then? కొంత తీసారమ్మా, కొంత యాడ్ చేశారు. ఫైనల్గా ఏమైంది? ఎక్స్ట్రాగా వచ్చిందా, ఉన్నది పోయిందా? ఎక్స్ట్రాగా యాడ్ వచ్చిందక్క. 21 తీసేసే, ఓ పని చేయి, నువ్వు నాకు 2000 ఇవ్వు, నేను నీకు 500 ఇస్తా, నువ్వు ఇంకా నాకు బాకీ ఉంటావు. ఓకేనా? ఓకేనా? ఉన్నాయా? 21 liters is taken out. అర్థమవుతుందా? See, think practically. See, I'm not writing anything. You have to think. Either you have to write or you have to, do you want to write or think? 21 liters is taken out. 6 liters is added. What happened? The quantity got reduced or increased? Reduced. By how much? 15 liters gone. Antena? Right. Finally, the ratio is in 2:, how many parts? Should be 5 multiple, right? When it should be 5 multiple? From the initial container, when you subtract 15 liters, it should be a 5 multiple. Then the original number also should be a 5 multiple. Go to options now. Done. అర్థమైందా? ఎస్, రైట్. The table shows the number of students and the percentage of students studying in different degrees, BSc, BTech, MBBS. ఇంకేమైనా ఉన్నాయా? Right. Now, cities. How many cities do we have here? 7 కాదనుకుంటా. There are only 6 cities and the last one is about. So can we calculate how much is total number of students are there in Kolkata? Right. And everywhere total percentage should be equal to for every city. So can we identify those gaps? Let's do it when it is really required. Not, don't fill the gap because you know how to fill it. Okay na? Right. What is the average number of students in BTech in all cities together? If I have to solve this question, better I will skip it. అర్థమవుతుందా? ఎవడు చేస్తాడండి? 6 కన్వర్షన్లు చేయాలి, మళ్ళీ పైగా యావరేజ్ కూడా చేయాలి. మనిషి అన్నాడు, ఎవడన్నా చేస్తాడా? ఏంటి నవ్వుతారు? మీకు ఆన్సర్ కావాలా, ఉద్యోగం కావాలా? ఉద్యోగం కావాలంటే ఇట్లాంటి క్వశ్చన్లు చేయకూడదు ఎగ్జామ్లో. ఎవ్రీథింగ్ ఈజ్ టైమ్ మ్యాటర్స్, రైట్? సో వీ హ్యావ్ టు క్యాలిక్యులేట్ 23% of this fellow. And you need to identify this, how much is this X value? Already we have 32, 26, 58. 58 plus 22. Anna 80 80 kada. Remaining. So this is 20%. And like that Bangalore also. 31, 23, 54. 54 plus 21, 75. Remaining. And then Kolkata total number also we have to identify. అర్థమవుతుందా? 3000, 3000, 6 plus 4, 10 plus 5, 15 plus 2, remember 17, okay? Right. 500 plus 800, 1300 plus 500, 1800, 1800 plus 600, 2400 plus 800, 3200, already 17, now 3200. 20,200 remaining, 4,200. They are in Kolkata. Okay, right. Now 23% of this number, 20% of this number upon this 21%, then again 35%, 27%, 25%. After calculating all these conversions, 6 conversions, again you have to take average. Better you can even go with last digit verification also, because the denominator is, this is average for how many cities? 6 cities kada. Denominator em ostadi? You cannot verify last digit verification if the denominator is 5. Other than 5, whatever it is, you can verify. Ardhamavutunda? But the problem is there are 2 options which are ending with 8. Ardhamainda? Let's see our luck. Okay na? Hyderabad, what percentage we have to calculate? 23%. 23 into 1% value. 1% value. 30. 35 into 23 ends with 5. Next. 20% of 3,800 ends with 0. Next. 21% of 4,200 ends with 2. అర్థమవుతుందా? దీని మీద 1% అంటే 2 zeros తీసేయటమనే కదా. 42 into 21 ends with 2. Next, Delhi, 35% of 4,500, 1% is 45 into 35 ends with. Next, 27%, 27 into 56 ends with. Next, Bangalore, 25%, 25 into 28 ends with 0, divided by numerator ends with denominator. 6 into which number ends with 4? Either 4 or 9. So your answer should end with 4 or 9, right? How many? 2 ఎక్కడున్నాయి అక్క? ఓహో, రెండు ఉన్నాయా? రైట్ రైట్. ఇవాళ స్ట్రెంత్ పెరిగినట్టుంది కొంచెం. ఫస్ట్ టైం ఎక్స్ప్లెనేషన్కి వచ్చారు ఎవరన్నా? 1, దట్స్ ఇట్. ఇదంతా నీ వల్లే. ఇంకా తప్పదు, ఏం చేయాలి? చేయాలి. ఓకేనా? రైట్. ఎయిదర్ యూ ఆర్ మీ, దెర్ ఈస్ నో అదర్ వే టు డూ ఇట్. వీ హ్యావ్ టు సాల్వ్ manually 6 conversions and then by 6. That is required. So better to, what is the respective ratio of the number of students studying in BSc in Delhi to the number of students studying in MBBS in Chennai? Okay. BSc in Delhi BSc 28%, 28 into 45, and then MBBS in Chennai MBBS 18%, 18 into 50, right? Ante kada? Right. I'll directly eliminate first option, second option, fourth option, because in numerator your first number is 5 multiple, but your second numbers are not 5 multiples. So your first number should be 5 multiple, right? How many options are there? Amma 2 options unnai, avuna? Direct ga fifth final. ఎందుకు? ఇది 4 మల్టిపుల్. ఫిఫ్త్ ఆప్షన్లో 4 మల్టిపుల్ కాదు, అది ఓన్లీ ఈవెన్ నెంబరే, 4 మల్టిపుల్ కాదు. సరే, ఓకే, చూడకండి అట్లా. 9 2 times, 5 times, 2 times, 5/4. అని నేను చెప్పింది కూడా అదే. లాస్ట్ టిక్ పెట్టానా? నేను చెప్పేటప్పుడు ఏం చెప్పాను? 5th అని చెప్పానా? ప్రామిస్? The number of students studying in BSc in Delhi, Bombay, Kolkata cities together is approximately what percent of number of students studying MBBS in Chennai, Hyderabad, Bangalore cities together? ఏం చేయాలి? Again 6 conversions. 3 here, Delhi, Bombay, Kolkata, 3 conversions here. You'll get 1 number. Again 3 conversions. MBBS in Chennai, Hyderabad, Bangalore. Total 6 conversions. You're not done with the answer. Again you have to calculate percentage. Avasarama manaki? See, that doesn't mean that you have to skip all the questions in this set. ఇప్పుడు దీనికంటే ముందు క్వశ్చన్ ఒకటి చూసాం, 67. Is it easy or not? So you have to identify questions like that. I'm not saying you skip the entire set. You identify questions which are simple, easy to answer. What is the difference between total number of students studying BTech in all colleges together to that of CA in all colleges together? ఇది మరీ దరిద్రం. ఎన్ని కన్వర్షన్లు? 12 conversions. Total number of students studying BTech in Hyderabad is how much percent less than number of students studying CA in Bombay? Do you need to skip? No, we can solve it. వన్నే కదా ఉంది, కన్వర్షన్ కూడా అక్కర్లేదు. How much less? BTech in Hyderabad BTech 23%, 23 into 35. CA in Bombay CA 22%, 22 into 38. అంతేనా? అన్నీ చచ్చినాయి, తప్పదు, చేయాల్సిందే. 23 times. Can I go with 20 times plus 3 times? 20 times of 35. 3 times of 35. Both together. 8 not. 22 times. 20 times plus 2 times. 20 times. 760. 2 times. 76. Both together. 800. From this, if you subtract 805, answer is 31 or 21? 31. సో ఈ సెట్లో ఎన్ని చేసాం? 2, 3 స్కిప్ చేయొచ్చు. ఓకేనా? నిజంగా కనుక ఇదే క్వశ్చన్ ఎగ్జామ్లో వచ్చి ఈ సెట్ మొత్తం 5 క్వశ్చన్స్ ఎవరైనా సాల్వ్ చేస్తే, someone answers 5 questions in your exam, the same set comes in your final exam, they need not to verify their result. I am guaranteed. They need not to verify their result. అర్థమవుతుందా? ఇన్ ఆర్ అవుట్? అవుట్ బై డిఫాల్ట్. అర్థమవుతుంది కదా? రైట్. The ratio of digits of a 2-digit number is 1:5. One digit is 4 more than the other. In terms of ratio, what is the difference in parts? Which is equal to? Then one part is equal to? One part is equal to? So one of the number is 1, the other number is 5 కాదు, 4 కాదు, 5. One of the number is 5. అర్థమవుతుందా? So what is the 2-digit number then? What is the 2-digit number? It may be 15 or it may be 51. అర్థమవుతుందా? So they said the ratio of digits of a 2-digit number, but they did not mention the place value. Tens place, units place. There is no order. అర్థమవుతుంది కదా? So you can take 1 in tens place as well, you can take 1 in units place also. So there are 2 possibilities that you get. One is 15, the other one is 51. Now Q1, 5 times of the unit digit plus tens digit. If this is the possibility, according to Q1, 5 times of the unit digit. What is unit digit? 5 5s plus tens digit. How much is that? But there is other possibility also. 5 times of unit digit plus tens digit. How much is that? 10. Got it? So in Q1 we are getting 2 values. Now go to Q2. The product of digits of the number obtained. You are going to get a number. Okay? And you need to take product of those 2 digits. అర్థమవుతుందా? And what is that number? By taking positive difference between the actual number and reversed number. Now you may take first number or the second number, whatever it is. If you take 15, when you interchange digits, what do you get? 50. Difference between 15 comma 51 only. Or if you take the second possibility, 51, when you interchange it, again you will get 15. Again difference of 15 comma 51. అర్థమవుతుందా? So in Q2, how many possibilities you are going to get? Only one. Only one, which is 51 minus 15. How much is that? 36. Your number is 36. But in Q2, they're asking you to take the product. Product of what? Product of what? Product of these 2 digits. So that means you need to take 3 multiplied by 6. How much is that? That lies in between these 2 numbers. In between. No relation. Followed? Come on. So you cannot go for any assumptions. Like 15 is the only number. Who told you that 1 will be in tens place? It can be in units place also. So you have to think of all the possibilities. Okay na? Right, find the value, real value of m. Okay. Factors hai kada? Product is minus 30. Sum must be 7. Combination plus 10 minus 3. Antena? Then m is equal to factors minus 10 plus 3. 2 values. And then positive value of n. ఇంతకు ముందు మనకి రియల్ వాల్యూ ఆఫ్ m అన్నారు. సో యూ హ్యావ్ టు కన్సిడర్ both signs, positive and negative. But for n, you have to take only, even if you are getting negative, you are not supposed to consider it. Okay na? Right. Let's calculate number inside bracket. 8 square into 2 square. Can I take it as 16 square? Matladali. Which is 256 into n power 16 square minus 1. Actually, meeku ikkade telisipotundi. Your first number is, see, both are n power 4 only kada. Avuna? Identi? Ikkadémundi 16 square minus 1. మధ్యలో ఏముంది? 16 square కి 16 square minus 1 కి డిఫరెన్స్ ఎంత? 1 into what is taken common? n power 4. So how much you are getting? n power 4 to the power of which is n square. You got the point? Right hand side 13n will come to left hand side. Minus 13n. 17 square. 289 minus 259. Plus 30 is equal to 0. And for this we have to identify values. Product is 30, sum must be minus 37. Combination is minus 3 minus 10, correct? Then factors are plus 3 plus 10. M is less than or equal to n. You just need to rewrite the equation, nothing more than that. We have a quadratic equation. One of the root of the equation is minus 4. What is the value of d? Okay. If one root is minus 4, you just substitute a as minus 4 there. Antena a square minus 4 whole square. 16 threes. 48 plus 18 into minus 4. Minus 72 plus d is equal to, how much is this? Minus 24. Minus 24 goes to the other side. Then d is equal to plus 24. Got it? Right. Q1 is done. Next Q2. We were given one equation which is equal to Matladali 1. If you observe carefully, the first bracket open braces and the closed braces. And what is exponent for that? Ikkada emundi observe chesara? Square is equal to, come on. Then number inside bracket is going to be plus or minus 1 because exponent is even. Ori mee dumpal diga. X square is equal to 1 kada. X enta? Plus or minus 1. Ardhamavutunda? Right. So this number inside bracket is going to be either plus 1 or minus 1. We are going to get two possibilities. Agreed? Agreed? Right. The ratio of I and j is 3:4. Okay, fine. The value of k is equal to 2. Exact number is there. Let's substitute k value here. 2 by 2. Right. Then you write the equation minus I plus j whole square is equal to 1. Then minus I plus j is equal to either plus 1 or minus 1. Antena? Antena? Right. And you know that I and j ratio, that is 3 parts and then 4 parts. Difference. 1 part is equal to 1. Difference. 1 part is equal to, Amma? So here it may be 1 part value plus 1 or it can be minus 1 also. Avuna? Right. What exactly is the question? What is the minimum possible value of I cube? Okay. First of all, you tell me what is I value? Two possibilities we are going to get. Avuna? What is I value? How many parts is it? How many parts? 3 parts. What is going to be 1 part value? Matladru. P is equal to either plus 1 or it may be minus 1. If P is plus 1, I is equal to 3. If P is equal to minus 1, I is equal to, but now the question is about I cube kada. I cube, 3 cube, minus 3 whole cube. Avuna. Is it about minimum or maximum? Minimum is negative number only. What was Q1? Q1 positive. Q1 is positive. Q2 negative. Q1 greater than Q2. Concluded. Understood? Understood? ఇప్పుడు ఇదే క్వశ్చన్లో మినిమం పాసిబుల్ వాల్యూ అని అనకుండా వాట్ ఈస్ ద వాల్యూ ఆఫ్ ఐ క్యూబ్ అంటే దెన్ ఆన్సర్ no relation, because in Q2 we are going to get two numbers. One is 3 cube 27, the other is minus 27, and this 27 lies in between these two numbers, correct? Then relation cannot be established, because the question says minimum number in Q2. We are supposed to take only negative, so we are getting answer. Yes. Raju drives a car 60 km per hour from A to B and by bike at 40 km per hour from B to C. The distance between A to C is 150. ఏమండి ఇక్కడే క్లారిటీ వచ్చేస్తుంది. ఏ నుంచి ఎక్కడికి వెళ్ళాడు? ఫస్ట్ బికి, తర్వాత దెన్ ఫ్రమ్ బి టు సి. ఏ టు బి డిస్టెన్స్ తెలీదు కదా, తెలీదు. కమాన్. The average speed between A and C is 50 km per hour. What is the distance between B and C? Distance అడిగారు అంతేనా? Fine. What is total distance from A to C? What is average speed? Average speed meaning total speed maintained for the entire journey only. Total distance, total speed, which is average. How much? Come on. Then what is the time taken to reach from A to C? 150 by 50, which is 3 hours. Now the question is to identify distance from B to C. I will take it as X. What is total distance? 150. Then from A to B distance is 150 minus X only. And this is covered with the speed 60. And B to C distance covered with the speed 40. And the question is about X. Avuna. 40 సరిపోదు, 80 సరిపోదు. 80 ఉందా? సరిపోదు, మధ్యలో ఉండాలి. 60 అదే ఆన్సర్. 60. ఎల్సిఎం తీసుకోండి, ఇంకేం నన్ను చూస్తారు సీరియస్గా. ఎంత ఎల్సిఎం ఎంత మీ బొంద? 160 how many times? Take 2 times of this. Minus 120, 40 how many times? Plus, so LCM 120 goes to the other side. It becomes 360. X is equal to 60. But this is not the way how I calculated. If X is in denominator, it must be. If X is in numerator, it must be multiple. X is in numerator. It should be a multiple of 40, right? Let me take 40 because that is there in option. Let me take 40 because that is also there in option. If 40 is not there in option, what is the fun in verifying the equation with 40? Orimna, you know. 40 by 40. If you subtract 40, how much you get? Is 110 a multiple of 60? So that cannot be the answer. Next one. Even if you calculate 110 by 60, which is less than 2 hours. Avuna. So here 40 by 40, 1. Both together less than 3 hours only. So X value should be more than 40. Right. Next multiple of 40. Look at your options. 80. 80, 70 by 60, more than 1 hour. 80 by 40, sum, more than 3 hours. The next must be less than, earlier you said more than 40. Now less than, go to options, done. నేను ముందే చెప్పా, ఎయిదర్ పెన్ అన్నా పెట్టాలి లేకపోతే మైండ్ అన్నా పెట్టాలి. మీరు రెండు పెట్టమనంటే కుదరదు. The box contains 4 yellow marbles, 3 black marbles and 2 blue marbles. Total how many are there? 9. One marble is picked at random, denominator is 9. What is the probability that either black or yellow? Yellow 4, black 3, total 7. 7 by 9 final. Can I skip this set? Sure. First you need to prepare table. Once the table is prepared, I hope these questions are so simple. Yes, or should I explain? Shall we start? Come on. Right. Minus 58. Where is x value? Left hand side or right hand side? Right hand side, what is the extra fellow? Or me dumpadaga minus 58 కనపడలేదా? ఆ 9 తర్వాత సంగతి minus 58 ఎక్స్ట్రానే కదా. We'll take it to left hand side. It becomes plus 58 only. Right. Left hand side, now concentrate. 4 how many times? 17 fours ends with. Right hand side minus 58 comes to left hand side and becomes plus. Ends with 8 కదా అది. అమ్మా మీరు అంత టూ ఫార్వర్డ్గా చెప్పారనుకో, నాకున్నదే చిన్న బ్రెయిన్, మీ అంత స్పీడ్ నేను అందుకోలేను. స్టెప్ బై స్టెప్ వెళ్దాం, ఓకేనా? ఇఫ్ minus 58 comes to left hand side, it becomes positive and ends with 8. అవునా? Now right hand side, this entire value is equal to 9 into x only. Now take 9 to left hand side and it comes in numerator ends with, denominator 9 into which number ends with 6? How many? Done. Yes, come on. Minus x comes to left hand side because that is a negative side, correct? 158 goes to the other side. Is that okay? 14%. 14 into 1% value. What is 1% value? 14 into 12 ends with, come on, 158 goes to the other side, becomes minus, right? And that number is ending with plus 8 minus 8. Answer ends with how many? Five cancel. Poinda. This fellow comes to left hand side. Last digit verification. What is it ending with? Right hand side 17 2 ends with. 3 minus 4 ends with. Multiple options are there. Come on, let's do it. If you take this fellow to left hand side, it becomes, come on, when I see these three numbers in the sense, this is my first number, this is my second number, this is my third number, okay? I could see 2.5 common everywhere. 2.5 common, kanapadinda? From the first number, take 2.5 common. 50 plus మైనస్ ఇందులో ఎన్ని 2.5s ఉన్నాయి? ఓరి మీ దుంపలు దిగో. హౌ మెనీ ఆర్ దేర్? 10 ఇంటూ టోటల్. హౌ మచ్ ఈస్ దిస్? పాజిటివ్ నెంబర్ 62 minus 30. Come on. So that is 2.5 into, which is equal to fourth number only, right? 30 to 32 gets cancelled. Answer 2.5. Yes. Last digit verification. Minus x comes to left hand side because that is negative 1. This fellow goes to the other side. Is that okay? Right. This fellow ends with this fellow. Need not to add, need not to subtract. Avuna. This fellow ends with, even if that goes to right hand side, it will not have any meaning. Answer ends with చేయాలి 1089. 30 divided by 11 into line I can write. 33 divided by 11 square. How much is that? 3 by 11 into 6 times 0.5 times 3 6.5 times 19.5. When you look at your options, every option is having 3 digits after decimal. So I am writing like this. Do you have any problem? Next number 1.2 whole cube. Read it as 12 cube. We will adjust zeros later. 12 cube. 1728. After decimal, original number has only 1 digit and exponent is cube. So in final answer, after decimal, how many digits should be there? So 1728, I'll write it as 1.728 minus 4.270. From this we have to subtract 4.270. Okay na? ఇదే కదా పాజిటివ్, అంతేనా? మాట్లాడరు. 28 minus 70, లాస్ట్ 2 digits. ఇంతవరకే చూద్దాం, తర్వాత చూద్దాం. 28 minus 70, 50. So after decimal you should have 3 digits and last 2 digits must be 58. How many options are there? 2 naya. Sare. Okay. How much is this? 1 akkada vaadam kada. 1 vaadam kada. Entundi? 11 minus 2. Over. Are you done? Extreme inner one. Come on, right. Hi, pillalu. 203 divided by, and you have half, right? That means 3 into, correct? How much is this? And you have divided by symbol. 203 by 7 becomes 7 by 203. Antena? Antena? Right. And what is the number you have? 116 into 7. How many times? 20. 29. How many times? 4 times. And again you have plus 30, right? 4 plus 30. 30. And how many times you have? 3 times of 34. 1 not. But basically what I did was 3 into, this is flower basis, avuna, and it ends here, right? Come on. So 3 into some number you are getting. Come on. Answer. 3 multiple. How many options are there? But every time you cannot depend on this, because in number inside bracket, you may get denominator 3. You may get denominator 3. Ardhamotunda? So you cannot directly depend on it because you have division symbols. When you have division symbols, number inside bracket, denominator may be a 3. So and this 3 may get cancelled. So you cannot directly depend on that 3 multiple and don't go for answer every time. Okay na? నేను మీకు రీజన్ చెప్తున్నా ఎందుకు వెరిఫై చేయకూడదు. ఈ బ్రాకెట్లో డినామినేటర్స్ ఉన్నాయా? ఆ డినామినేటర్స్లో 3 మల్టిపుల్స్ కనపడుతున్నాయా? అది వచ్చే ఛాన్స్ ఉంది. వస్తే కొట్టేస్తాం అది. సో ఇన్ దాట్ కేస్ ఆన్సర్ నీడ్ నాట్ టు బి ఏ 3 మల్టిపుల్. కాబట్టి చేయాల్సిందే. ఈజీ అనుకుంటా. x is in 5 to the power of exponent. So every base value should be written as 5 power something. 5 square to the power of 7.5. 5 power 15 into, we have to add exponent value. Division, we have to subtract the exponent. 5 cube to the power of 3. 5 power 17.5 minus 9. Answer 8.5. Okay na? Right. 17 4 0 4 0 1. అంతేనా? అయిపోయింది ఆన్సర్. First concentrate on number inside bracket. Number inside bracket, how many numbers are there? Come on. These two are positive, right? Last digit. -1. Multiplied with 4, right? Can you cancel 0? Divided by 7. Can you cancel 0? Answer should be having 0. అవునా? ఒకటే ఉంది కదా. అర్థమైందనో అర్థం కాలేదనో నోటుతో చెప్పకపోయినా ఒక ఎక్స్ప్రెషన్ పడేయచ్చు నా మొహాన. అట్లా ఒకటే గౌతమ్ బుద్ధుడు రీసెంట్గా ఇక్కడ మళ్ళీ సెక్రటేరియట్ పక్కన పెట్టారు కదా, బాబాసాహెబ్ బిఆర్ అంబేద్కర్. ఆయనకి అంతే, నో ఎక్స్ప్రెషన్ స్టాచ్యూ కదా, అట్లా చూస్తూ ఉంటాడు బుక్ పట్టుకొని సీరియస్గా. పక్కన నీళ్ళు ఉంటాయి, అందులో బుద్ధుడు ఉంటాడు, ఆయన కూడా అంతే ఇట్లా చూస్తూ ఉంటాడు నించొని. మీరు అంతే కూర్చొని చూస్తున్నారు నన్ను. వాళ్ళని బదులు మిమ్మల్ని తీసుకెళ్ళి పెట్టచ్చు. చేయాలి. 12 square into 3 square. Can we write it as 36 square? 6 power 4. మాట్లాడాలి. Divided by 6 cube. How much is that? Plus x is equal to 6 into 3.4. This plus 6 goes to the other side. Then 6 into 3.4 minus x. Final answer 6 into 2.1. అవునా? డెసిమల్ వస్తుందా రాదా? లాస్ట్ డిజిట్ హౌ మెనీ? ఓకే, అయిపోయింది, ఏం లేదు దీనిలో. Advantages for last two numbers, different percentages calculated on same number. That is the advantage. -20% plus 30%. Overall 10% off, which is 185 only. Positive or negative? Positive. Avuna? 18%. 18 into 1% value 18, which is 18 square only. Ends with, answer ends with done. ఒకటే ఉంది. ఒకటే ఉంది. లాస్ట్ డిజిట్ 5 minus 9 plus 9 gets cancelled. Avuna? What is final value now? So far 5. 5 minus 7 మాట్లాడరు 8, which is equal to 41 x times, right? Then x is equal to divided by 41, which ends with 1 into which number ends with 8? 8. There is only 1. ఏమంటే ఈ క్వశ్చన్లు కావాలని నేను రాసుకొచ్చినవి అయితే కాదు. ఫర్ యువర్ కైండ్ ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ నేను అసలు క్వశ్చన్లు రాయను. ఎవరో రాసిన క్వశ్చన్లు నేను ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేస్తా. ఓకేనా? నేను ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేసేటప్పుడు నేను నా లాజిక్స్ వాడి చెప్తున్నా. అంటే ఇవాళ ఎక్కువ క్వశ్చన్లు లాస్ట్ డిజిట్ల మీద వచ్చినాయి. అనుమాన పడతారేమో, నన్ను శంకిస్తారేమో అని క్లారిటీ కోసం చెప్తున్నా. అన్నీ చచ్చినాయి అట్లనే. కమాన్. 9 6 times 3 times 0 11 250 plus 285 minus 250 35 added to this fellow. Fourth option. Right. The average weight of 5 persons is 85. If a new student joined the group of 5 members, how many people will be there now? 6. Then the average weight of the group is reduced by 5. What is the weight of 6th person? Avuna? What is initial average? Equality concept, I'll take 6th person age also 85. And he is going to join a group of 5 members, right? And 85 is, if 6th person weight is also equals to 85, when he joins a group of 5 members whose average is 85, now how many people will be there now? What would be the total average for 6 people? 85. But what happened when new person joined? Average reduced. Avuna? That means the 6th person weight is more than 85 or less than 85? Minus. Now how many persons are there? For all 6 members, average reduced, right? Reduced by, that means how much is reduced for total? 6 into 5. 6 members are there, and for each 5 reduced. 6 5s 30 reduced from 85. Answer over. అర్థమైందా లేదా? What is initial average? If it reduces by 5, how much it becomes? What is 80? Average. For how many people? Then sum is equal to 6 into 80 only. From this, if you subtract 5 members weight, you will get 6th member weight. Ardhamautunda? Initial 5 members, what is their average? 85. Their sum is equal to 5 into 85. You need to calculate this. Otherwise, one simple subtraction. That's it. The perimeter of a square is 16 centimeters less than the perimeter of the rectangle. The side of the square is 14 centimeters less than the sum of length and breadth of the rectangle. If the length of the rectangle is 12, find the breadth of the rectangle. Okay, fine. Length is 12. Avuna? Side of the square is 14 centimeters. Less than sum of length and breadth, which is 12 plus b, which is equal to b minus 2. Simplify చేశాను నేను, ఏం చేయలా. ఓకేనా? రైట్. పెరిమీటర్ ఆఫ్ ది స్క్వేర్ 4 times of this number, 4b minus 8 is 16 less than perimeter of the rectangle 2 times of L plus B. Okay na? How much is this? 2b goes to left hand side and it becomes 2b. Okay na? How much is it? 24 minus 16. Minus 8 goes to the other side. Plus 16. Avuna? 2b is equal to B is equal to 8. Followed? The sum of 6,000 invested at the rate of R% per annum compound interest for 2 years. The interest obtained at the end of 2 years is 2640. Is it simple or compound? If it is simple, I would try for exact answer. If it is compound, I will try for approximate. Is that okay? What is principal? 10%. Come on. What interest we are getting? 2,640. Correct? In 2,640, approximately, how many 600s are there? That means it is more than 40% only. More than 40%. For how many years? For how many years? For 2 years, if it is more than 40% per year, you can take exactly 20%. Ardhamautunda? Right. Otherwise also you can verify. Per year if it is 20%, for 2 years, 44% in the sense, 44 into 1% value, which is 60. Last 2 digits satisfying, right? 0 is pakkan bette 4 into 6 ends with 4 kada. So per year, what is the rate of interest? 20. I'm not calculating exact. Ardhamautunda? Right. If the rate of interest is R minus 5, what is R? 20 minus 5. Now new rate of interest is equal to 15%. Okay na? What will be the compound interest of the same sum at the end of? So for at the end of 2 years, what is that you need to calculate? Compound interest only. How much is your principal? Matladali. Per year, what is rate of interest? For 2 years, if you calculate compound, will you get exact 15 or more than 15 or less than 15? More than 15, right? What is 10% of the principal? 13%. Sorry, 30%. ఇది 1 year కి కదా, 2 years కి మీరే చెప్పారు ఏమని, more than 30% అని. అవునా? What is 30%? Answer should be more than that, right? Go to options. అర్థమైందా? Should I? ఈజీయే కదా. $300 meters long train passes a 420 meters long platform in 24 seconds. The speed of the train reduced by 33 1/3%. Can you tell me the fraction? Denominator. If the original speed is 3, now it becomes it reduced by 1/3. Reduced by 1/3 in the sense it becomes 2/3. And ఇప్పుడు ఎంత మాట్లాడాలి? So if the speed ratio is 3:2, what is going to be the time ratio? 2:2. Now what is the original time? That means 2 parts is equal to 24 only. Then 3 parts is equal to మాట్లాడాలి 36 72 now. 36. 3 parts is equal to 36. అర్థమవుతుందా? Right. If speed reduces by 33 1/3%, how much time it will take now? Chappandi. 36. But this is to cover to pass a platform. Avuna? Now if a train passes a platform, distance covered is train length plus platform length. Train length, platform length. How much is total distance covered? So 720 meters distance can be covered in 36 seconds. Avuna? Now what is the question? Find the time taken by the train to cross a pole. If train crosses a pole, distance covered is? How much is train length? Come on. So to cover 300 meters, how much time it will take? Understand the relation between 720 and 36, which is 5%. దీని మీద 5% కదా. 10% 72, but we have half here. What is 10%? Half. 15 seconds final answer. This time 36 seconds it takes to cover 720 meters with the original speed or reduced speed. Original speed or reduced? మనం అడిగిన క్వశ్చన్ కూడా రెడ్యూస్డే కదా. 36 సెకండ్స్లో 720 అయితే 300 మీటర్స్కి ఎంత? సింపుల్, నో ఫార్ములా, నథింగ్. A product was marked up by 40% and then given 25% discount. The same product was marked up by 50%, then 90 discount was given, so that the selling price in both cases is equal. Which prices are equal? Then find the selling price of the product if the article is sold at 30% profit. If it is sold at 30% profit, at what price we need to sell? 130%. Answer should be 13 multiple only. Go to options. Only one. Okay, now we don't have to consider the above data. If at all, if you have to consider, if couple of options are there which are 13 multiples. Now let's see how to do it. First case, it is marked up by 40%, then marked price is and given a discount of 25%. 25% discount on 140, half and half. Half of 140, 70. Again half, 35. At what price we are selling? This is selling price, avuna? Next case, it marked up by 50%. It becomes 150%. Here it was percentage. But now in the second case, they are giving a discount of, now the selling price is equal to 150% minus 90. And both are equal, avuna? 45% is equal to 90. When there is 30% profit, you have to sell it at 130%, which is equal to how much? Double 260. That is not required here for this question because there is only 113 multiple available. And all options are ending with zeros. Easily we can identify whether it is a 13 multiple or not. The ratio of A's age after X years and B's age before X years is 5:7. And B's present age is 20. Okay. A's age after 4X years is equal to B's present age. Find A's present age. Okay. What is B's present age? Come on. Hey. Right, okay. Let's see. Right, 5:7. 5 parts is A's age, right? When is that? After X years. 5 parts. Then A's present age is 5 parts minus 7. Oh, minus X. Now at the same time, B's age X years back was X years back 7 parts. Then present age 7 parts plus X. B's present age is equal to 20. That means this value is equal to, keep it aside, we will consider that later. A's age after 4X years. Present age of A is this much only. After 4X years, in the sense to that you have to add plus 4X. Then it becomes 5P plus 3x is equal to B's percentage, which is 7 parts plus x. Avuna? From this, 2p is equal to 2x. Come on. That means p and x both are equal. Then find the percentage of A's percentage. Adena? B's percentage is equal to, come on. When p and x both are equal, what is percentage of B? Ide kada. Can I write it as 8x? Which is equal to percentage of A is equal to, can I write it as 4x? That should be, come on. Right. A boat travels 54 kilometers in 9 hours in upstream. So what is upstream speed? 6. 54 by 9 kada. 60 kilometers traveled in 5 hours in downstream. Downstream speed is equal to 60 by 5, which is, right. Find the ratio between speed of the boat in still water to the stream. When you know downstream and upstream, how do you get man speed? Sum divided by 2. And how do you get stream speed? Difference by 2. And for these two numbers, we need to calculate ratio. Denominators get cancelled. 18 is to 6. Cancellation with 6 gives you 3 is to 1. Followed? Come on. Right, possible I will stop after this question. We are already late. A boy can do a work in 100 days, whereas a girl takes 120 days to do the same work. In how many days will 10 boys and 15 girls take to complete the same work? A boy can do it in, one boy can do it in, one girl can do it in 20. From this, B by G is equal to 6 by, can I take boy does 6 parts and girl does 5 parts? How many boys are there here? 1 boy. Who does 6 parts, right? And like that, how many days he need? Then total work is equal to 6 parts into 100, which is equal to 600 parts. This is total work, correct? Now, in how many days? 10 boys and 15 girls, both together can do it. Avuna? Avuna? 10 boys. 10 boys does 10 into 6. 60 parts. 15 girls. 15 into 5. 60 plus 75. 135. Per day they will be doing 135 parts. Like that they have to complete 600 parts. Avuna? Time taken is equal to divided by 135 parts only. Cancellation with 15. 40 times, 9 times. Are you done? Chalo, I'll stop after this. A started a business with an investment of 8,000. Later, B joined him after 6 months. If at the end of the year, total profit was 49,000, in which B's share is 21,000. Find B amount invested by B. Easy. Right, how much is total profit? Come on. Out of that, B is getting 21,000. Remaining? Then A gets 28,000 only. Because you need to write 3 more zeros, both numerator and denominator, and gets cancelled. So we are not writing. Avuna? What is this called? Profit sharing ratio. Investment multiplied by A's investment. A is there from the beginning till the end. 12 months only. B joined with B rupees. Okay na? Leda X rupees. Okay na? When did B join? So when he joins after 6 months, how many months we will be there? How many times? 7. 3 times. 4. 2,000 into 2. 4,000 into 3. 12,000. So B's investment is 12,000.